Okay, I'm going to be sending out day two schedule, and you're going to notice a lot of this is going to be the same. So when you get this, big thing is feedback I got from parents is both your child will get it in their email, and you'll get it as well. So then when they open up to their email, there shouldn't be any issues with opening up any of the links. And so when you get this, as I said before, the best thing to do is click present. So you have the wide screen like this, and then you can also click, and then it'll give you the chance to click on these ones as well. So I'm just going to go over this real quick, the daily schedule. So again, a lot of this is going to be very similar to yesterday. So for the morning blog, I still kept yesterday's question day one, but then I also added a question for day two that the students can answer. And so if you did not answer this yesterday, the student didn't answer this yesterday, they can do day one and day two. So day two's question, this is going to kind of give me a little feedback. So the question for those students who started working on the assignments yesterday, what was something that was either easy or hard for you to do? And then they're just gonna, all they can do is type their comment, and then they'll just submit it, and that's it. Let me just get back, there we go. And then math, I kept graphs and math boxes exactly the same. I did add a bonus graph quiz, and that is all optional. That is, anything bonus is optional. It's not something they have to do. That's just if you finished everything else and you need something else to do, then you can do that one. The writing, I kept the mineral writing the same, but I did add the writing conclusion, and that will be due on Friday. So if your child has done the mineral writing Thursday, they can work on the conclusion that day as well. They won't have any writing on Friday. The chapter book, I added more chapters and questions for those who did finish today, but if you did not, then just start on the first chapters that are assigned to you. The read aloud, Jumanji one, and the story map, if you did not finish that yesterday, then you can finish that today. I did add a bonus Jumanji quiz. And then the weather, tornadoes, I kept that exactly the same. So just to kind of go through this quickly, I kept this part the same, and I did add one for graphs. This is a bonus one, so all they would do is oops, let me just go back to present here, because it will not, you cannot click if you don't go to present. And then all you do is you click graphs, and then it'll bring you to this page. And when the students sign in, they're going to sign in with Google. And once they click Google, they're going to use their email account, which would be the first letter of their first name, their last name, and then it would be 2029@seabrooksd.org. And that was our blog. There, and now the next page. Let me go back to present, a little easier to see too. So I kept all of this the same from yesterday. And if you need to hear an explanation, I had that on the first video from yesterday. I sent to emails on that. This is the exact same as yesterday, helpful hints for doing writing research. What I did change is, or added on, is I added writing your conclusion. And notice I said due by Friday. So if your student or your child hasn't finished the mineral writing, they can do that, but if they have, then they can do their conclusion. And I have all the things right here, what I'm looking for, heading, so they should have a conclusion for their heading. They should be naming the state, which is their topic, so New Hampshire was I have there, and then some supporting details and fun facts. And so when they do this assignment, they're going to go right to Google Classroom and click State Conclusion, and they're going to just type their conclusion and then submit it to me. And this, they can use that to help when they are doing their conclusion for an example. Reading, I added more chapters and questions for those who did finish today. If you did not finish, then you may just start with the first chapters, and you don't have to try to do both yesterday's and today's all in one time. Okay, basically all I look for is if you're reading for 30 minutes, and then after that, I give you about 15 minutes to do questions, and then if after 45 minutes, you can just stop and you can just continue with it the next day. Read aloud, I kept everything here the same by listening to a Brain Pop video on plot, because that's going to help you with the story map. And then there's the username and password, the Jumanji read aloud. If you click on that, it'll bring you right to the read aloud. And then for those who've already finished the story map that goes with Jumanji Read Aloud, then I have a bonus Jumanji quiz, and you just go to Google Classroom and you just find the words Jumanji quiz and you can take it right on there. Okay, and we have this, and recess, and then the last one I kept all this the same with the science. So for those who have not done this, you'd watch the video on tornadoes. Just click on it, and then here you are going to write a paragraph about what you learned on tornadoes based on that video. So you'd go to Google Classroom and click tornado, and you would use a heading, type the main idea, and then you'd use 3 supporting details about tornadoes, kind of like fun facts. And here's my example of a paragraph. And that is all for today. So if you have any questions at all, definitely email me, text me, call me, and I'll definitely help you out and try to get you through any issues you might have.